Today we're going to be talking about how one builds a business, but this is going to be sort of a special presentation because I'm not going to just give you book information on how to build a business. I'm going to give you practical information that I and my partners experienced years ago, where we took a concept and turned it into a $4 million sale to a public company. So I'm going to add some of that into it, so you're getting a mixture of what it takes to build a business and some practical experience behind it. One of the very first things you're going to start with is your partner selection. You have to be very careful with your partner selection when you have an idea. You have to make sure they have the same or even more enthusiasm than you have, and you have to make sure that their work ethics are like yours. And even if you're an individual doing this on your own, make sure that you have that dedication and that sacrifice in order to make the business work. I'm going to give you a guarantee. You're going to lose a lot of your friends. You're going to lose a lot of your friends. People are going to tell you, stop, don't do it, you're wasting your time. But let that get past. Let that get past you. Now, the first thing in developing a business after you have a concept is a business plan. Very important. But let me step back for a moment. Even before you have a business plan, or even before you present anything to someone, you must keep in mind that the person is buying you. They're buying your management team. The management team is as important as the concept or the idea or the goal you have. You have to make sure you understand in the business plan what are your barriers to entry. In other words, how do you keep the competition from eating the lunch once you announce this thing? You have to consider in your business plan stocks, warrants, obligation, legal and financial needs, descriptions of all the management team, a good description of what you're trying to goal, what you're trying to get to, and some type of plan with milestones that are going to be part of your business plan. Now, for us, it took us 5 years from a concept to making that into something that we could present to a private company and get funding. And as I said, we got $4 million by doing this concept. One thing to be very careful of is, one of the things you're going to have to do initially is hire a lawyer. And I'm telling you from experience, make sure you get a lawyer that has a background in business and in venture capital and raising money. We did not do that. We hired a lawyer who was a friend, actually a brother of one of the partners, to save money. And it came back to bite us in the ass later on because there was something that was left out. I'm going to get to that a little later on. Okay, now you got your business plan. The next thing is raising money. And the first people you're going to approach are what is known as friends and family. Remember, these people are investing in you. They probably have no idea what concept or what you're trying to do. They're investing in you. So it's important that you make them feel confident that you know what they're doing. So you approach your friends and family first. Once you got funding from them, then there's something called an angel investor. Now, an angel investor could be a certified individual by the SEC or someone with high net worth. That would be an angel investor. They would be the next person to invest in your venture. You gotta keep a thick skin, guys. This is really, really hard. Then there's something that most people use called the private placement memorandum. Now what that does, it expresses the terms of how you're going to bring people in to invest. It has a term sheet, all the fees associated. It has a structure, and it has the financial statements in it. It's sort of like a prospectus, sort of like in the crypto world, a white sheet. Once you've done that, then you're going to need possibly to look for venture capital. Venture capitalists are regulated. Make sure that you're very careful when you get to that stage. What the VC is going to do for you, and some outside agency help, is going to help you do your road shows so you can take this out to other people and sell a concept for them to buy into your private placement memorandum. Now, finding a buyer or another company to someone to buy you is a whole different task. You may need to hire an agent or someone like that to take care of that. For us, we had someone who was very good, and he got us to the point to where we were able to sell our company. Now, this can be, there are other ways that you can raise money. There are ways that you can do, this is as you go down the line. You will be able to perhaps have a merger or a special purpose acquisition company involved, which will bring you more money. Again, going back to my lawyer, what happened with us is we found out that the contract that was written for us when we went to negotiate to be bought by this company, the lawyer had left some things out, so we had some legal problems, but eventually we closed it. Do something called due diligence. In other words, make sure that your financial statements are correct, the backgrounds are correct, all the spreadsheets are correct. Make sure there is no problems once you do diligence. The due diligence process is really when you're digging to find out more about the company. Actually going public, there's a quiet period that's involved for a certain period of time, and that was really tough for me because I was so anxious to get my stock certificate that I was calling the broker on a daily basis to see what the prices were. I remember the day I received the certificate. It was really, really a great day for me, and it's a great experience if you get there. It's a lot of hard work, and again, the management team is so important. Today there are different ways of raising money. There's crowdfunding, there's cryptocurrencies, there's ICOs, there's peer-to-peer lending. But keep these things in mind. 90% of the startups fail in their first year. Now, 34% of them have problems because their product wasn't well researched. There was no barrier to entry or no way for competition to keep competition out. So those companies did not succeed because they didn't do the proper research. Technology companies of all companies are more likely to fail in the process of building your business. And Remember, it's going to take hard work. It's going to take commitment. It's going to take confidence. Your management team has to be solid. You have to be thick-skinned. And you have to be able to take it even when things are going badly. I'd like to thank you very much. Have a good day. And if you like it, please give me a thumbs up. Bye.